is an origin reading for the foundation. Okay, so I'll start with the code name. And as I was receiving the code name, so right away I had a guide coming up, just a little into receiving the code name. And now they're standing behind me. Um, Definitely a female guide for sure. And it was feeling almost angelic, and it was sending Sirius. And with Sirius, sometimes there is this bird race that comes in. She was feeling just kind of angelic and extraterrestrial to me, so I wasn't really expecting that. All of a sudden, she just shows me this, like, it looks like a full-on just bird face, but uh, like almost like feathers coming out, but then at the same time, almost kind of like squarish or roundish, like um, still kind of like a very humanoid kind of body and face, standing very upright, but has these feathers and all feathers on her face. And she's showing me like hands, but they have like claws, like talons, and kind of more like very rough skin. And in the feet too, she's showing me. Um, but she's walking upright, and so she's showing me that the feet are flat. So they're not because like with an eagle when they walk, it's more like this, like it's more like rounded, and the claws kind of, their toes kind of balance on their claws. She's showing me no, she walks more like flat, so her feet are less, um they're a little less bird-like than her hands because she's walking flat, but she still has feathers. And she's showing me like the feet. The feet almost have less. It's like the feet have less feathers though. The feet, no, the feet don't really have any feathers. Okay, so kind of like the hands. The feet don't have feathers, and the hands don't have feathers. Okay, so I definitely feel you having more of an origin like this, where you are more animal. You're more kind of like an animal, but I want to say animal like, but I still keep feeling bird like um from this guide. And this does feel like, this feels like the origin, but at the same time, the other thing that was coming in, which feels secondary, but like almost like secondary origin or something. So it's not really like the origin, but there's definitely like a deep connection there. And that is, you had this cat come up behind you too. Um, and it had this big tail. It was all these colors. It had like some like kind of spots and lines, like patterns on the fur too, like black. It looked kind of a tannish color, or some kind of brownish, or maybe orangish color, or reddish, and these kind of black markings on it. there's some kind of cat that has those that they're showing me, but I don't know the name of the cat. It's like it's kind of a tall kind of cat. It's not that much bigger than a cat, but it is kind of tall. It has a really big tail, and it has kind of these uh, markings on it. But this cat isn't that much close. This cat isn't that much bigger than a house cat. But this coming up just felt like a totem. But right away they were coming in with Lyra, which they're kind of sending again, and they are saying totem, so they are kind of confirming that. Okay, and they want me to look up cat uh, totem here, so I'm going to go ahead and look up cat totem. My internet. Oh my goodness. Okay. Think it's going. Doesn't normally take this long. Okay. Let's see here. The cat. Okay. Oh, before I read this, okay, so I'll just minimize this. Okay, so before I read this, she's saying to go over the other things that were coming through in the when I was getting the code name. Okay, so right, the foundation. Um, the reason that was coming in was they reminded me all of a sudden of this feeling of I think you mentioned this at one point during our thought form removal session, something about setting up like a career or business, something like this. Because what they were coming in with, what she was coming in with, was this feeling. Or okay, I can say they. Okay, because there are kind of multiple guides around. Okay, so anyway, though, what they were coming in with was this feeling. Oh yeah, okay. Because you're asking what your soul's purpose is. So that would be almost like what is your mission here? Kind of question. Um, and so there was almost this feeling. Obviously, there are multiple layers, to things like that. Um, but in one specific way, as far as things that you're going to be doing to help others, to express yourself. And also there's a feeling they're coming in with of almost setting boundaries with yourself. Um, and almost they're saying learning to keep promises to yourself and for yourself, doing things for the betterment of yourself. They're saying, and then you have this foundation too. Through that, benefiting yourself, then express that to others and benefit others. Okay, I'm laughing because all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, you're very good at this." Like she's like conversing, or like I'm able to like say what she's trying to get across. Okay. Anyway, okay, so what was coming in though was this feeling. Where is my water? Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to get that. Okay, anyway, finish this. So there was this feeling um of almost like right now, a big part of your soul's purpose, as far as to help you like move, like help you discover um, more about your soul's purpose, like specifically in this area, like what they were saying, helping others and career, and also benefiting yourself and having like this physical structure. That was the first word that came through, was structure, not foundation, was structure. Um, and they were really suggesting that this is really a big deal. Ooh, I'm even feeling like there is a little bit of a past life thing with this too. But this is sort of a big transition for your soul to go through. This idea, there's a feeling of not being a victim, almost to yourself. There's a feeling of again, setting like goals, and keeping them for yourself. Okay, they're saying there's a tendency to help others, but they're saying until that is out of, okay, it's almost like if your cup is empty, then you cannot, pour out water to others. And that can be in any area, any subject. So they're basically saying, in order to really be able to help others, why are you saying validate? Validate others or encourage others. They're saying you have to inspire yourself. You have to make yourself feel validated. They're saying welcome at home. They're saying make yourself feel comfortable with being you and expressing who you are. They're saying that that is your territory. And they're saying that that's not for others. That isn't for others. They're saying that's for yourself. Like this foundation that you're setting, they're saying that it has to come from validating your own self and this feeling of worth, they're saying. And they're saying that's how you express that to others and give them a feeling of their own worth and their own validation and encouragement and inspiration, is that you bring those things through first to benefit yourself. And they're showing me like you looking in a mirror, and they're saying you learn to look at yourself in the mirror and validate the good things about yourself. And they're saying that you don't need anyone else to tell you that, that you need to almost hold those truths for your own self, but even speak those words over your own self in your own mind. Tell yourself those things. And no one has to tell those things to you or for you. And they're saying that they're for you. They're saying this again, like it's always been for others. They're saying even this like career thing. It's all about how do I help others? How do I benefit others? And they're saying they understand that you want to benefit others. And yes, your soul does intend to benefit a lot of others. They're saying, and to comfort a lot of others. But they're just addressing this issue, they're saying, of until you learn to comfort yourself, how can you address, how can you really comfort someone else who has they're even saying like an issue with worth or something, until you're validating yourself, and until you have like till you've looked in the mirror and you've seen your worth. How could you really help to express to someone else in an authentic way that they're worthy, basically? How could you approach them with the answers to questions of worth? And they're saying, and they're not saying, wait on this, or hesitate, or you need to do some deep introspection before you can do that. They're saying that as you're doing that, that these things go hand in hand, that they collide, that these things are both like this, they're both part of this unique process together. So they're saying that separately, these things just come together. So they're saying, whereas before maybe you were working on one and you were avoiding the other, or vice versa, they're saying that the way to get through either of these is, like they said, it's about setting boundaries with yourself. Well, and they're saying with others too. Obviously, but there again, they're saying that you can't set boundaries as well with others if you can't first learn to set them with yourself. They're saying, and think of it as your young self, almost like not young, like they're saying not young like a 3-year-old, like a toddler or something necessarily. They're saying, because they're saying it could be an old person. So they're saying they're not talking about skin. They're talking about age. When they're saying your young self, they almost mean like and they're saying you're young at heart, and they're saying that's very good. So they're saying that this might not, this isn't, okay, this isn't quite the word. Okay. What, naive maybe, or okay, like a self that doesn't know quite as much, okay? And then you have like a wiser self, okay? Like so you have one self that can almost speak to this your other self, okay? And they're saying that then they will integrate. So they're saying there's just, it's like a part of you that doesn't know as much, okay? So because like what they're saying is there's this part of you that doesn't know that it's worthy. And that's the part of you that you need to speak to. And they're saying that you need to do it with knowing, with full knowing. You are the way that you are, and it is perfect, and it is unique. And that is how they want you to view yourself and to see yourself in every way. They're saying in all aspects. And they're saying, and not to overlook anything or discard anything. And they're saying that you can't even really look at a thought form, like they're saying procrastination, for instance. Let's say like that is a flaw or something, right? But they're saying don't really look at it like that. They're saying that is something that you need to almost like overturn, or like what, how do you want to, yeah, okay, overturn is okay. Or like change about yourself in a sense, but they're saying that you, in order to look at it, you have to be with it, and so you have to be comfortable, or like in other words fine with the fact that that's there. And even if it's a thought form, it's something that you agreed with, and so in a sense, you accepted it. So in a sense, you could say that it's part of you, or part of your conscious understanding. And basically, they're just saying that's okay. Um, so you have to be fine They don't mean like continue it, like, oh, this is fine, I'll always do this, and obviously they don't mean it like that, because they're saying obviously that would be a negative thing, and that would be out of an energy of a lack of worth, feeling like you have less worth. But this foundation is really something um, that that your guides are indicating is really like a big, like a major part of your soul's purpose right now, and that is what would eventually help you to benefit um, others through almost like through what your soul's purpose really is on earth. But they are saying that's obviously just like a part of it. And they're using this word obviously a lot, and for some reason she's remarking on that. Like obviously, obviously, obviously. Are you saying obviously, or am I just for some reason saying obviously? Okay, I'm interpreting their energy as obviously. Okay, so they're saying that a lot of this is obvious to you already. It feels that way to you. Like they're saying, when you go through this reading, it's just going to be like, yeah, I know that. I know this. I know this stuff about myself. They're saying even though it is going to give you, it's like going more in depth into things. They're saying, so yeah, there will be things that you didn't know about, or that you can, um, like that you might remark on, like, oh, that's kind of a new twist on it, or a new perspective on it. And they're saying there might be some things fully that you hadn't really thought of before, but they're saying still, they're saying the basis of this understanding, they're saying it's all there in your mind. You already knew this stuff before the reading. She's indicating, and they're indicating. And she's sending me this really peaceful energy, and she's saying, make peace with yourself. Okay, that was another thing that came in during when I was getting the code name, just for a second. And so I wasn't even sure if I just like thought it for no reason, or if it was something that they were actually sending. But Shanti came in, and like there was just this thought, like, is that the code name? Is Shanti the code name? And then it ended up being this other code name, but now she's saying this word again. I'm almost getting a feeling from her like this is even something to practice saying over yourself, or like you don't even have to say it over yourself or do chanting or something. They're saying, you can do whatever you resonate with. So if you resonate with that, great. But I'm even seeing it like there's just a feeling like it doesn't have to be sung. In some ways, it would almost be better to see it somewhere, like literally buy or make something that, yeah, they're saying you're creative. So you can buy something, or you can, you know, craft something, make something that just like some little plaque or something that just has Shanti on it. Um, and it could even have something that means peace to you. It can have, a flower, a bird, whatever they're saying, a tree, or nothing, or just the word. But they're saying So they're saying you can have something that you associate with that, but they're also kind of saying that you kind of have that kind of nature stuff all around you anyway, which I think I'm kind of remembering when we had your session. But they're saying that it's especially it's important to see the word. Um, they're saying or even in English is good too. They are specifically saying Shanti for sure. They're even showing me a shirt that says it on it that you can wear. Um, so they're saying that's something that you could buy, or even that maybe make. Um, for some reason, this is an excellent word. She's saying excellent. I was going to say good, but it's coming in more like excellent word to say over yourself, and also that it's intelligent and wise to know that the source of all unworth and all this harmony from within, they're saying really comes from a lack of peace. They're saying a lack of calm. Because yeah, they're saying like fear. Fear is, and peace, they're really two complete distinct opposites. Everybody always says, love and fear are opposites. And yeah, that is true. But really, like, so directly, you can see how much calm, and fear or panic are the complete total opposites. One feels at peace, nothing can happen to it, nothing is going to change its vibration, and fear is, out of control. Everything is changing its vibration and it has no control whatsoever. Whereas when you're very calm, you definitely feel that that you have a purpose and that your soul is divine and that there's nothing to worry about. So you definitely, in a very positive way, feel like things are in control, and that you, in a sense, are in control. So there isn't anything to worry about, but they're saying not like control in a negative way. Just they're saying like you understand your authority and you understand that what's coming to you is what you attract. So they're saying that it's important to develop a true feeling of peace, and they're saying to be inspired to feel that and to inspire that in others. They're also they're sending me again. There's this feeling of you like being creative and you like making something, and there's almost a feeling like they are encouraging of that too. Like you have some kind of gift. I don't know if it's you know where you're creating something like with your hands. You're crafting something or painting something. I'm not sure. And so they're encouraging that too. That feels a little bit more like a side thing though. It doesn't feel as much like the foundation. But it feels like you can still definitely use it to inspire others. So if you wanted to, it could be it could be it I feel almost like it could be like it could be a side income, like a little bit of side income. But I feel like I feel like that would be more almost later. There's even a feeling like that could almost be distracting or something, but at the same time, they do encourage that. Um, hmm. But they're saying, but again, they're saying first, using it to inspire yourself. But again, there's a feeling like you don't even have to make these things that they're saying. You can buy them, you can make them. They're saying it is more your intent and looking looking at this um, with a peaceful intention and attempting to remove what blocks your peaceful nature. They're saying, and they're saying literally nature. As in like Mother Nature. So, and they're saying that that is definitely your nature. That is definitely a huge aspect of you and of your nature. And they're saying in some ways like more you and of course because that's an origin or this animalistic thing, but they're saying even more than human. Did I say the Lyra thing before, or did I just say the cat? Because there was that second energy coming in, almost like secondary origin, but it's not the origin. We're just saying it that way because there's this deep connection and there's this cat. It felt like Lyra. There was the word Lyra. I don't know if I said that. But anyway, so code name, code name, code name. Forgot my water, forgot your code name. The foundation. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and I truly hope that it benefits you. Namaste.